Right, I am back again, and for the first time we are going to interview somebody. I know, how the fuck did I talk somebody into this? This is Alec. Alec has a long-serving history with the armed forces. He has done lots of weird and wonderful things, and I won't probe into any dodgy questions, at least I'll try not to. So, let's go with a very brief summary of your service, if you don't mind, just the highlights. So all the positives and the friendly and the lovely things. Okay. Yes.
Right, so joined up Remembrance Day 2002. Did a nice little 9-year stint. Then left because getting sick of stuff, going on tours, all that kind of stuff. I'll go into that in a bit. Went outside for a little bit, and then COVID hit, and then thought, right, let's rejoin. So. Rejoined as you do, and then had brain hemorrhage and went blind in the right eye and waiting to get medically discharged. Yeah, next week ish.
Do you want to just briefly touch on all the super duper elite things that you've done? Because I think it gives you quite an interesting aspect moving forward into what we're going to talk about in a minute.
So joined the Royal Marines. 42 Commando, Juliet Company, done tours of Iraq, done tours of Afghan, worked with the snipers for a little bit, did some stuff with them, some spotting with them, done some stuff with the Force Protection Group Royal Marines, FBGRM, doing boardings. I was a boarding officer for quite a while. I've been a bodyguard for, so we'll just say Royals.
Yep.
Done that, some VVIPs, and yeah, kind of Navy, did a bit of Navy stuff, went into the Navy when I rejoined as a gunner, so did heavy weapons, 30mm, GPMG, minigun, 4.5, and that's about it, I think.
So it's looking from a floppy, civvy-footed perspective, it's a very interesting career you've had, and you've hit all those buzz keywords. People go, oh, that's exciting. So then I sort of, let me have a quick look at my notes. You're going to get this a lot. I'm going to be looking the wrong way. So have you heard of reenacting and living history before I sort of mentioned it to you?
Yeah, but very little.
Yeah.
Just gone to kind of a few things. Obviously, I've done a lot of Fairford reacts, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Seen the kind of guys there, and then just kind of always thought, what are they doing, if I'm being honest?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that was going to be sort of my next question. Did you ever see reenactors while you were serving in that sort of event?
Yeah, gone to, I'd say, Fairford, done a lot of the air shows, all that kind of stuff, done Yeovil, all those kind of stuff, seen them around. We had some reenactors come to Whale Island when I was at Whale Island.
Okay, yeah.
They had like a tour and a little look around, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, didn't really know a lot.
No.
And then I met you.
Yeah, and I'll apologise for that now. So you didn't engage with these, said reenactors. What were your thoughts on seeing these guys playing dress up?
It was a bit odd.
There is nothing normal. I've said to you 100 times. There is nothing normal about our hobby.
Yeah, I think it was, for me, it's just kind of like dreading wearing a uniform and just like get out with it as quick as I can. So,
and yet we do it for fun.
Yeah.
You relish those weekends. Yes, event's coming up. Great, we can put on a dirty, stinky uniform and
which is what I'm looking forward to now.
Sit in a hole in the field. Yeah. Okay, so I've had a few questions from some of the guys in the group. In fact, one of them I've just noticed I've doubled up, so I will quickly delete that so I don't double myself up asking the same question twice. Now, this is one from Scott, and it really is delving in at the deep end here. So Scott says, do you believe we're giving the veterans the proper respect and memorials they deserve, or do you just think it's stealing valour for our own self-absorbance?
That's a question.
Oh, I know. I went, wow. Okay, that would be an interesting one to start with. Talk about deep end.
Yeah, I think veterans, I don't think, get enough support.
Absolutely.
I really don't think. And seeing what I'm going through now and stuff, you hear all the help for heroes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you think, yeah, they're amazing. Apart from, I think, the story's got to be right for them.
Well, they've got to get their publicity back for the money they cash out. At least that's the sort of way I see it.
Cash cows.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's just say what it is. Yeah.
I mean, they're sort of a business, but not.
It's if you're missing limbs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When you interview someone and you put them on a TV and you do all that kind of stuff, it's it's horrific.
Oh, absolutely.
It's what
yeah.
they've gone through, and I know people have gone through it. A lot of my mates have gone through it. It is horrific.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a visual thing. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, look at that guy's missing both his legs, his arm,
Yeah.
whatever. He's got burns, all that kind of stuff. But it's the stuff that you don't see.
Oh, I was just thinking, it's the psychological thing that you can't take a picture of. There's no almost propaganda advertising that's visual to say, look, we need money because of this. It's hard to.
Yeah. It's like the suicide rate is crazy.
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
People that have served and vets and stuff like that, even kind of to the point where some companies are now putting it, on their websites and doing all that kind of stuff. But it's still very small, very small.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you don't realise that, lads. For us, we kind of just get on with it.
Yeah.
We got a thing, JFDI, just fucking do it, and just like get on with it.
Yeah.
You don't, boys don't cry, all that kind of stuff.
Well, and unfortunately, that is the sort of attitude that you just have to man up and get the fuck on with it. Where sometimes it's just not that fucking easy.
No, it gets to a point where you're kind of forgotten.
Yeah.
A little bit, you kind of get it, kind of. How can I word it? You kind of, if it's not, like I said, a visual thing, it's like, oh, there's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah.
PTSD. Certain people, I'm not going to name names.
No.
I know them very well. They're very, very famous people. Say PTSD doesn't exist. That is probably one of the stupidest things I've ever heard.
Absolutely.
To say that you go around killing people, that kind of stuff, and it has no psychological effect on you at all, it is absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does warp your mind. You do stuff, you see stuff that is horrendous, and then you just get on. You get back, you get on with it, and it's just like, yeah, you're doing this, you're doing that. They try and keep you busy so you don't. Yeah,
you can't dwell. Yeah.
But yeah, of course, when you're back with your family and your flashbacks and all that kind of stuff, which anyone else does watching this that's been in theatre and stuff like that, they all know. It's when you're sat at home and you're kind of nodding off and stuff, and then fireworks night.
Yeah, like something triggers it. Yeah.
And then your trauma comes, or you like me. I've had my other half in headlocks and crazy kind of like wanting to beat people up, and even just walking down the street and stuff like that, you get trigger points. You see something and it will just remind you, take you straight back there.
Sure.
Yeah. So like going back to like the question like that, saying it's when you say about stolen valor, there's a whole thing on stolen valor. People.
Absolutely, yeah.
Saying there's a lot of vaults out there. There is a lot of vaults out there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. There's some great Facebook groups on those as well.
Like seeing people like with the VC in like the wrong place and medals like hanging off their chest. There's a certain person which I'd love it. I'm hoping he's watching this because he's like got the VC, the MC. Yeah, he's got every medal that's ever on. He's got. Stolen valor is a massive thing. Yeah. But you've got to be willing to be called out on stuff. Someone said, "What tour did you do? Where did you get that from?"
Absolutely.
A lot of we get coronation medals, we get jubilee medals, and
the sort of confetti style.
Kind of, and a lot of people give people grief about that, and that is a kind of that's a thing that does wind me up because at the end of the day, we do wear medals and stuff for coronation, jubilees, all that kind of stuff, and I just think you're celebrating something.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
you should wear it. It's our duty to wear it, so we do.
If you've been issued it, it's yours. You should wear it.
And that's it. But the people that want to do, I don't understand it. I don't know why you see people that go, "I've got 15 medals," and then you ask them a question, and then they go,
hide.
Or they've got a medal from 1953, and then the next one along is like the Falklands, and the next one along is the King's coronation. You're just like, you've had a hell of a career, mate.
If you're 20-year-old.
25 years old, and you've been serving for 70 years. But stolen valor, it is one of the things that really does wind me up. If you want to kind of wear medals and do all that kind of stuff, reenact it. Do that. Wear medals, do all that kind of stuff. Like, not like I'm saying, like people do the modern stuff.
Yes.
If you want to do that, then that's fine. And if you let people know it's not real, I'm doing it for fun, and this is like kind of, how can I put it? Kind of, I don't know how I can really word it. Just kind of saying, I kind of get where you're coming from, and you've earned them, and kind of getting it out in the public. That's what I'm trying to say. Then I get that. You're just going, oh yeah, these guys. It's not my medal. That's the first thing you say when someone says it's like, I haven't earned these. Yeah. And people know that the medals have got, they're all kind of engraved, and they've got your name, service number, all that kind of stuff on there. So yeah, it's like people that kind of say, you know, they've done stuff like, oh yeah, I've kind of been in the SAS and all that kind of stuff, and you just think, oh, all right.
The smallest unit in the army with the most members.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everyone that you speak to when I.
Oh, they've all been in it. Yeah.
Oh, they've all been in. Yeah, and they come out with all these names. Do you know Steve Ward? Yeah, Sharky. Yeah, I know. Come on. Yeah, but yeah, it's it's the kind of thing that as serving personnel on that will watch this and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it is a bugbear for people. They don't like it.
Absolutely, and rightfully so. I mean, when we wear the A-class uniform, the rule is that there's nothing on there that's unnecessary. So no gallantry medals, no Purple Hearts, so for being wounded in combat. The only exception to this we've said is if somebody is a serving soldier and they have, you know, like a military medal or a military cross, then there is a World War II version of that if they want to wear to represent what they're entitled to, we'll make that exception. Otherwise, the uniform should be plain and simple. Of course, you have to have things like jump wings because we're paratroopers, and without that, it's just piss poor and it's just wrong. But skip all that fluff and confetti and just fucking decoration for the sake of it, because one, it's just not needed, and you're just going, look at me, look, I've awarded myself this. No, it's not needed. It's bollocks.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? Like you said, that is the key word, the fluff. That's what we say. It's like, and you can spot people a mile away, can't you? It's just like, you're 24 years old and 12 medals. You're like, he's done some stuff.
And you'll see it in the beer tent, the guys in their A classes, and they look like fucking Chinese generals. You know, there's just stuff everywhere, and you're just going, why? What benefit does that give anybody?
Yeah, walking like
almost on a tilt because you're heavy all on one side. Yeah. Let me just have a look where we are. Okay, so sort of moving forward, as you've been there and you've done it for real. Now, is us, pretending, this is a bit of a fallout from an encounter in Normandy, is us pretending to do this in any way offensive?
No. It's not. It's the thing is, we've got to remember our history.
Yep, absolutely.
We've got to remember where things are coming from. That's my phone.
Of course it is.
It is my boss, actually.
Because I remember to put mine in silent.
It is actually my warrant, but we'll just silence him. Shall I chat to him another time?
Please tell me your warrant never sees this video.
Paul, if you're watching, and sorry, that's 3 times you tried calling. I apologise. We've got to remember our history. You've got to remember, if people don't promote it, people don't learn about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
yep.
It's people will say, oh yeah, like parachute wings and green berets, like all that kind of stuff. It's just like, no, it's not offensive. And if someone's in the military and offended by it, they're quite wet, because that is something that you can't be offended about. If anything, you should probably be kind of, learning more about it and asking questions. Yeah, it goes 2 ways. So, but no, not for me. And I know a lot of my lads, it's not offensive in any way.
They just think it's fucking weird.
Some people will just go, when you're wearing a uniform, for how many years, you just go, why? But
Husband's holiday sort of thing, isn't it?
It's just like, people have their hobbies, and I just think, whatever your hobby is, and you're not hurting anyone, you're not offending anyone, crack on.
Well, apparently we do offend the odd people, but no, that's
probably bolts. Isn't it?
Oh, that well, I mean, going back to the experience in Normandy, apparently this guy was a serving lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army in Germany, and took great offence to one of the guys who was with our group because he had a PFC stripe on. He didn't understand why anybody would do this and not want to be a sergeant or a captain. Why? And in his words, why would you want to be the lowest ranking member of the U.S. Army? To which I did point out that's not the lowest ranking of in the U.S. Army. He just took great offence to everything we were doing, and every time he pointed out that we've had veterans come up and thank us for keeping their history alive. We've had serving U.S. soldiers go, we love what you do, it's great, and we have some great interactions with them. But this guy just took it to the max, and honestly, I thought it was going to come to blows because this guy would just not leave us alone. And Brad, if you're listening, you were a legend that night, and you did make me laugh. And at one point, he went, "I've had enough. Oh, my glasses!" And then nobody took his glasses. But I thought at this point, it's going to get nasty. And Harry, who was oblivious to everything, all of a sudden suddenly pipes on. I won't use the exact things he said because it was a whole string of obscenities. Did point exactly what this guy should do with himself, and that he should pretty much go away.
Go back under the rock he came from.
Absolutely. And one of the guys, Rod, took him sort of and had a quiet word with him. But he took great offence to everything, whether the European lager had anything to do with his attitude.
Strong beer.
Yeah, which I think was probably a lot to do with it. Unfortunately, I didn't get the guy's name because I would love to have named and shamed him. He not only insulted us, which you know what, you're entitled to your own opinion. He insulted a whole lot of veterans, calling them fucking stupid and saying that what do they know. And then we had a nice interaction with an actual US general, and some of the guys had a great conversation with him. And he said, "We love what you do. You keep history alive. You're honouring the veterans." And then when we sort of pointed this out, he said, "Well, what the fuck do generals know anyway?" So his attitude was everybody else was wrong, and that he was right.
And that's the kind of the thing, isn't it? To be offended by someone that's trying to keep history and paying respect to people, and to call vets that have they're going to be in their late 90s.
Some of these are old boys,
really old boys and stuff like that is massive. If I was there, I'd have called him out.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And I'd have probably asked him a few questions. Yeah. And see how elite or how amazing he is.
Yeah, he was very withdrawn in comments when you start asking him any questions. All I know is he was just a lieutenant colonel serving in Germany.
Listen, it's like one of those I cannot confirm or deny.
It was.
So he'd done nothing.
It was very Well, it did sort of give that impression. Yeah. Right. Okay. This line of interrogation, sorry, Alec, questioning, comes from my little George, who you've also
Little George.
Little George, yeah, because we've also now got a George 2 as well. He's interested if you actually get it as to why people do this as a hobby.
Being honest, first time, obviously, like we go a bit further back. Obviously, meeting you down the rink, and obviously I played ice hockey. We met there probably quite a few months ago now.
Yeah,
to be fair. And then you said about insane, like writing books and all that kind of stuff. You straight away had me then. Did I get it initially? No.
No, absolutely, I get it.
And I'm being honest, and I am brutally honest. No, I didn't at the beginning. Now, I totally get it. Yeah, I totally get it. Hence why I'm spending, if my wife's watching, she will be, so much money.
Sorry, Heidi.
Yeah, we're my shopping list yesterday. She'll tell you this is the truth. When I was going home from here yesterday, and I said, "What do you want?" She said, "Bread and water." And Heidi comment, "I am not lying." So that's where our money's going. But yeah, I totally get it. I do totally get it.
So a lot of people get different things from the hobby. We've got guys from literally all walks of life, guys that have millions of pounds, guys that literally scratch together, a meal, every profession you can possibly think of, and everybody gets many different things from the hobby. Some of them just love the escapism from the day-to-day life. Others love the camaraderie because we've never served, and it's the closest thing you have to being in a close-knit unit of guys. What is it you're looking to get, if anything?
I think for me, it's being with my boys, my lads, kind of getting something out of it is what you take. For me, it's going to be kind of having that bond with people.
Yeah.
I am a people person. You'll all get, I can talk and talk and talk.
I have noticed.
That's what I want to get out of it.
Yeah.
Meet new people, learn more. I'm going to come across Heidi will tell you, I research stuff down to the atom. If I'm in it,
good.
If I'm in it, I'm in it. So I just want to get knowledge, friendship, camaraderie, banter.
Oh yeah, you'll get plenty of that.
Beers.
Oh, we'll get plenty of beers.
So yeah. all that good stuff.
Good.
In the military, you get different level, but like the key, like you said, then the key thing is, for you guys that haven't served, it is the closest thing you'll get.
Absolutely, yeah.
You're probably about a space away from what it would be like and what it is like. So you're there. You literally it's one side of the road to the other. You're there.
See that would be interesting to come back on at a later date when you've done a few events to see how close some of it is and how far apart some of it is.
Ask the same question and see if it gets the same answer.
Yeah. So apparently Max is going to throw us a curveball here. We know that you're very much the FNG, but already looking into the hobby from the outside, and this could be anything. Is there something you would change, and what would it be?
What would I change?
Yeah, looking into the hobby from the outside as what you can sort of see now. What, if anything, would you sort of change?
That's a hard question.
Oh, it's like, absolutely, yeah.
I'm red. I'm so new to it. I just kind of, I don't think, from what I know so far, like I said, it's been what, like a month or whatever it's been.
Oh yeah.
I just think challenge coins.
Yeah, yes. Which is a whole conversation we have to have with some of the lads. Yeah, yeah, the sort of fun and games which goes along. Yeah, in the sort of the beer tent aspect. Yeah, but again, that's just the fun dumb fuckery bits. And
Max is thinking bigger things.
I think
going on into like the kind of like the nuts and the big stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's a hard, because obviously you don't know really what happens at shows, but I think we delve into that in a bit. So, yeah, I think it was a very broad question, and seeing what sort of you've glanced information wise of what sort of goes on at the moment, and if there would be anything. I didn't expect you to come up with anything. If I'm honest.
It's I'll be honest with you, it's a lot more in depth than I thought.
Oh yes.
Like, yeah, crazy.
Yeah. As I've said, the learning curve, it's sort of like that. It just goes, there's so much to take on board straight away.
Many hours spent, like, eBay, buying stuff, researching stuff, just kind of, But
it's a rabbit warren, it really is.
Yeah.
And also, you've come from no knowledge of anything World War II, let alone US side of it as well, and the intricacies which goes into the World War II 101st scene. It's a huge learning curve. Yeah. It really is.
It's crazy. Just looking at my kit and then looking at that kit, I just like, we'll see what it's like when I'm wearing it for a duration of time. And see what it's like. But I think I wouldn't change anything. I don't think I'm in my place to change anything. But
no, it was just an interesting thing to if you've gone. Do you know what? Why are they doing whatever it is? And
it's a good question. It is a good question. I think, like I said, if we revisit and go back to it. There'll be
some
things might come up.
There'll be lots of things going forward. You go, why the fuck does everybody do it like that? I can guarantee there will be. To which I probably go, because groups have always done things that way, but we don't, because we're an exception to the way we do things. We're like a socialist society, as opposed to most groups are very dictatorship led. Which
don't
isn't
need that.
Fucking good for anybody.
I've had a few years of being dictated to by
people. Absolutely. And a lot of groups sort of have gone down that route where one or two guys run it, and this is what we will do, even if it's not correct. That's what we do. That's what we've always done, and that's just the path they take. And you know what? You do your shit, and yeah, exactly. And we'll do us. Right. So as some of you know, we did the photo shoot at Placid Lassie, and a few non-members were invited. And this was Alec's first outing and sort of introduction to the group and of anything that we do. Hi Joe Wire, Josh Davis, John Witch, to mention a few. You all came along and helped out. So we lent you your kit. You came along, and how did you find this thing of being in kit, being being photographed by 83 photographers or whatever it was?
Yeah, I said to you at the time, obviously, I was an instructor for the King's Coronation, and there was literally billions of people watching that.
You're in front of the whole world.
Yeah. The first one matching out on the Mall, it was just like cameras going crazy. That wasn't as bad as people kind of going, can you right in my face? It was quite intimidating. I liked it. It was it was a bit weird. I went a bit OTT with the my stripes and
you were definitely rather coloured, yeah.
But it's, do you know, I did enjoy it. I put all the kit on. I was just like, fucking hell, this is it's not comfy.
No, it's horrible.
Not comfy, and things just slipping out my hands, just like trying to grab my phone. It was just like it was a bit crazy. It was a bit crazy, but it was definitely an experience. It was. Well, I was loving it. I was smiling all the way through. I was like. Yeah,
I did notice, because it's funny because you were so sort of apprehensive at one point. I was like, knowing the sort of what you've been through, and all you've got to do is walk in a straight line and have your picture taken. It sort of blew my mind that how could you be sort of nervous about this with the shit that you've been through, and it threw me, and I was like,
yeah.
And I said, you just don't worry about it. Just concentrate on me. If I say do something, just do it and just sort of go with the flow. Really.
I think I was more nervous than I'd probably been coronation wise.
It's just bizarre.
Probably going out on tour, probably than I had when I kind of stepped foot off planes and thinking, oh my god, what's going to happen?
That's crazy.
It was just it's totally different to me. It was an experience, but a good experience. I enjoyed it.
It was a good day. It was a good day.
But I think pressure's different for everyone like that. If you bung me in a field and
well, it's also the unknown.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was
Absolutely. Yeah. It's just something very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get that. You just really threw me when you said, I'm really out of my depth here, and I was like,
a bit nervous,
how? And I was like, I don't understand how you can be. But yeah, we all deal with emotions and things in a very different way. Usually I'm a heartless bastard, and I don't have any.
And usually a bit like that. A little bit like that.
So yeah, you did touch on the uniform and the kit. Anything unusual or familiar about any of it?
Unusual. Wearing a uniform soaked in oil. That was like,
yeah, well,
it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to CC to your kit. I was just like, what's that? Just like,
yeah, I did sort of have to do that, pretty much, a few days beforehand.
And then putting it on, I just thought you were taking a piss if I went on. I was just like, yeah, put this on. I was just like, mate, it's wet. It was just
it's
like,
not initiation.
It was just like, yeah, I was just thinking he's having me on here, but it's no, kit wise, do you know what? It's not actually like as uncomfy as I thought.
Yeah.
You're looking at it, you just think it's going to be uncomfy.
Yeah.
Wasn't uncomfy. I think some of our kit is uncomfy.
Yeah.
The helmet, that is a bit uncomfy.
Oh, it's a fairly weighty chunk of steel.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that when you tinker around with the intricacies of the liner, you can make it a little bit more comfortable, but yeah, they're not exactly ideal. And the webbing is comfortable for a few moments, and then just seems to always push on something or irritate something.
Yeah, get a pressure point somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now I'm kind of used to everything being here, like rather than here.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it doesn't matter how you wear it. There's always something that's uncomfortable about it. Always.
But, yeah, I thought it was going to be really uncomfy, but it wasn't actually too bad, to be fair.
I mean, it was quite light because it wasn't full of all the usual shit.
Yeah.
So it will only get heavier.
It'll get heavier. I'm used to £75 ish, depending. So
yeah, you'll be fine.
I've done it for a while.
And we don't normally wear it anyway. Normally, the first thing you do is chuck it on the floor when you go to an event. Why would you wear all your kit in a rest area?
That's exactly what you say to my lads. Is to see lads wandering around like with stuff that you don't need.
Yeah, put it down.
Yeah.
Lighten your load.
Or I'll just ditch it. Just get a gash bag. That's gone.
Yeah, I love gash bag. Yeah.
Like, I used to have lads bring teddies. My girlfriend bought it me. Oh yeah, okay, fine, fair enough.
Really going to help you in combat, isn't it, the teddy bear?
Yeah. I actually had lads taking stuff. Actually, we were going out and having lads with stuff on them in their Bergens and stuff, crazy stuff. Like one lad had. You've seen those hearts with arms?
Yeah. Oh, so he can be cuddled.
Yeah.
Oh, bless. That's quite sweet.
Yeah, one of my lads, Craig, took that out. It literally filled his Bergen and then just took pictures of it in random places. Yeah, not like you need, like
anything to survive with.
Magazines or anything like that. Just like flashbangs or anything. No, just a heart.
Got my heart pillow with arms.
He's safe. His girlfriend gave it him, so he's safe.
Yeah, well,
safe as houses.
Well, it's different. So, again, looking back at sort of Duxford, was it what you expected it to be?
No.
No. Okay.
No. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect.
Well, I did wonder this.
It was kind of. Yeah, I was thinking. I never knew what it was all about. Just like when you said, "Yeah, come, people are going to take pictures," I was like, "Of what?" And then when you said I'd take pictures, and then it kind of, then I got it.
Yeah.
Then I was like, because I was like, okay, right. It all kind of fit into places.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
I mean, we were just human props.
But it was cool. You'll also, I love, cool, everything's cool.
Yeah, everything's cool.
Everything's cool. Cool or super cool. It's, just being like with Placid Lassie and stuff like that. Just looking, for me, I would love to jump out of something like that. I haven't. I would like to. But yeah, it was not what I expected, but it was. If someone said, "Right, it's on tomorrow. Do you want to do it again?" I'd be there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it was a really good day. And I did say to the, I think the organizer at the end, and also, oh god, I can't remember the woman's name who we were dealing with. I said, if you need us for anything, or we can help in any way, provide you with whatever you need, ping me a message, and if I can help, we will do. So hopefully we get to go back and do other things.
I'll be there.
I mean, I'm not, as you know, I'm not really a big fan of the whole plane things.
You don't like planes,
didn't really get why we were so excited to stand in the door, and we all took our turns. Everybody got up and come down, and I was last. And they went, "You got to go up." I was like, "I don't want to go up. It doesn't interest me." And I think the three of you shouted at me. I went, "Fine, I'll fucking go up there and have my picture taken." And actually, the picture, I think you took that picture of me. I went, "Actually, I like that. That's really good. That can be a profile picture for a while on Facebook." So I was like, "Yeah, okay." So I was sort of pleased I climbed up. Not that I was in the plane, just because I quite like the picture.
Well, next time you climb up, I think you're probably going to be jumping out, if I'm being honest.
Yes.
Which is in the pipeline. So
yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what it's like for real for
Yes, I'm going to be thrown out of a plane, apparently, which, I'm excited and fucking shitting my pants over, if I put it eloquently.
You'll be buzzing.
Yes.
It's cool. It is.
I think it's
super cool.
I think it is super cool. I think it's just like the bit like the unknown thing for you. I'm just like, I don't really, I mean, I can imagine how it all goes.
Yeah.
You see it in films, but actually being there going, fuck. I think that's all you're going to hear when I go out that door.
Yeah.
Is a whole load of, and it's just going to be a whole lot of fucks.
It'll be a role reversal because I'll be in my element. I'll be in my comfort zone.
Yeah, you can just rip the piss out of me then.
And then I can just watch. I might even just push you out the door.
Please do. I will need either the whole stick to just shove me out, or somebody to give me a good boot up the arse.
The jump master will quite happily push you out.
That's what you know. That's good. That is what I'm going to need.
It's for those of you that like it's not too different. It's not too different to going back when you see stuff like that. It isn't too different. It's pretty much just a bit more modernised.
Yeah.
But it is static line. It is how it would have been.
Just a rush to the door.
Yeah, it's just rush to the door, get in. You got your red light. You clip off. You got green light. You go, and then you just as quick as you can. You get pushed out the door, and then
good.
Then just enjoy it. Then you just enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll again. We'll revisit this on another day with my broken leg. So, never having done an actual show, what do you expect it to be like?
Horrendous. No, no. I think it's going to take me back, isn't it? It's going to take me back to.
I have no idea.
Being on exercise, being away, being on tour. It's going to be. Well, that side, I mean, like digging in and all that kind of stuff, and ration packs and equivalent, like
Rob feeds us, from a giant pot.
It's this pot mess, we call it pot mess.
Yeah, he calls it airborne stew. Yeah, everything just goes in one pot, and he serves it up when it's warm.
Yeah, it's gonna take me back. I am looking forward to it.
Good.
I am looking forward to it. I've not been in the field for a long time, but yeah, I'm just buzzing. I just want to go.
And again, we've got Capel coming up in however long it is now, or Capel for you people that keep correcting me. I love the show. It is a great show. It's probably like being in the field, but very user friendly. Because some of these guys still need to go to the burger van, and they still need to. We have had pizzas delivered at one event because all the burger vans had shut at night, and we hadn't organised food. So we had pizza delivered to the main gate, and somebody strolled down there. So.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I have done that on tour a few times.
It's interesting to know these sorts of odd similarities which are going to pop up.
Those that know when you're on Gate Centre or anything like that, and you're in the long morning or whatever you're in, people come up and you'll have pizzas, drinks, burgers, whatever. It all comes up, But if you can, you can.
Oh, whatever. Absolutely.
Whatever
Why would you not? Yeah.
It's like, But no, I think, like you said, not doing a show, go into it. It's going to be a massive learning curve for me, but one that I'm looking forward to, and I think I love it. I think I love it. You get the right people, and I say the people I've met have been nothing but nice.
Oh yeah. Oh, we have a very eclectic mix of people, but we're very lucky in that everybody pretty much gets along really, really well, and we do have a great collection of guys. We really do. Okay, so I'm sort of going to wing in a bit of a question here. So, the average day, right? We wake up. What the fuck happens next?
When
we're at a show. We're at a show. You wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
Absolutely.
What would you envision we do during the day?
Absolutely no clue. Bimble around or
Yep.
eat,
Yep.
smoke.
Yep. That's eating.
Say
Eating is
hi.
most of my day.
Say hi to people. Answer dumb questions.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I did. I shared one of those, sort of Facebook memes where it's just a whole load of ridiculous fucking questions that we get asked every show, multiple times. Is that a real fire? Stick your fucking hand in it and find out. Is that a real gun? Do you really kill people? As I mentioned earlier. So, you're not an American. No, I'm actually English. I'm pretending to be an American. So if you're English, why are you not English? Well, because I don't want to do an English World War II impressions. It's all wool and the gun, I like the guns, and so if you're English, why are you American? And you just start going, huh, what? And you will just get a whole string of dumb fuckery as questions.
Yeah.
But as you sort of mentioned, you've got exactly the same thing when dealing with the
yeah.
public in the service. Almost, and some of them were the very same questions.
Yeah. Is that a real gun?
Yeah. Is that knife on your gun sharp?
Gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that knife sharp? Right, so I've actually had someone. I think I said to you. I've actually had people ask me, like, can you shave with it? Them kind of questions. A bayonet, can you shave with it? That's what they used to do. It's like
With a bayonet.
Yeah, with a
You
bayonet.
can try.
It's just like,
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of stupid questions. Are you in the military? That was the best one I've ever had.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, for you, that's just an insane question. We do sort of get that. And, some of the guys are in, they've left. So it's a real mixture. And even some of the guys, we've got a Czech guy in the unit, Andy, he did, I think, what was sort of a national service. And so, a lot of the guys do have experience with the forces. We've got ex-medics. And sorry, Rod, I can't remember what unit you were with because my memory, as you know, is shockingly shit. But yeah, it's an interesting mixture of guys who have some military service to guys that, well, I would say don't know their arse from their elbow, but from the squaddies I've met, they also don't know their arse from their elbow.
I was just about to say that. There's a few regiments and stuff out there that I could say that they literally clueless.
Yeah.
I drive a lorry or
yeah.
like feed people. Have no military bearing.
No.
Have no clue.
Basically, they've got civvy jobs in uniform.
Yeah. And they don't even wear a uniform, right? Yeah. But in answer, still going back to I don't really know what to expect. What do you do? I don't know. Go and look at stuff.
I mean, there are points in the day where a few of you will be paired off, and if you want to go and look around the show, you can go, and you normally have an hour or 2 hours to go and bimble around, and then you'll come back and another two will go, because if everybody just goes, then
there's no one there.
And it just looks like you've got a display full of stuff but no people, and then it just looks a bit weird. A lot of the show is, as weird as it sounds, doing nothing. You just sort of sit around and chat with the guys and chat with the public, or I spent all my time drinking coffee and eating.
That's what I've done for last year. Sat around doing nothing. Literally just sat at home doing nothing.
Oh, there you go. You're well rehearsed in that then.
I'll be good.
Honestly, I had no idea what you thought you'd be doing. Occasionally, I blow a whistle and get all the guys, and we do some rifle drill and do some stuff. Which they, as soon as I mention that, they all sort of pull faces. But then when they're doing it, I think for the best part of it, they enjoy it. I know the public enjoy it.
Yeah.
Even though I shout at the public just as much as I shout at the guys. Clap then.
You've got to
exactly. Yeah. And I make them as part of the display as much as the guys are.
That's what they're paying for, isn't it?
Well,
paying to be there, aren't they?
Well, even like those photographers were paying some
95 quid.
95 quid to take pictures of you. Does that make you feel special?
Yeah, it makes me feel like they've got too much money.
Well, yeah, each person needs a hobby.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. Have you been to actually, you did mention a few of the other shows. Have you been to any of the shows either with displays of reenactors or big sales of militaria? No. Because I've mentioned a few. There's a Stoneleigh, and there's, oh God, what's the other one? Malvern. And they are literally just massive markets, and they sell everything you can possibly want. You can go buy an RPG. You can go buy Soviet uniforms from the 80s. You can buy British stuff from World War One.
Do not tell Heidi that.
Heidi, don't listen. These don't exist really. I'm making this up. And you literally can buy anything. If you can imagine it, I can guarantee it will be at one of those two shows.
I'll need an armoury. I need an armoury. My armoury.
Yeah. So when I can't remember when these shows are on, but that we will definitely have to
Yeah.
go and have a nosy, because it's also great for those odd things that when you look on eBay, you know, they're all in America. They want to charge you 50 quid postage, and the prices are just insane. These are the shows to get those awkward defined bits.
I'll take some cash.
Well, I mean, luckily now everybody pretty much takes card or PayPal.
It's even worse.
So it's, yeah, well, no, it's even easier. You mean
It's easier, but it's worse.
It is dangerous
It's
now.
Tap 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 tap.
Yeah,
and the bank balance is going down.
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very easy to blow a fair amount of money there, and whatever money you take there, you won't come home with.
Yeah.
Very rarely do you ever go to a military affair and don't spend it on something. Usually stuff you don't plan to buy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Do you need this? Yes.
Yeah, and Facebook's always full of millions of posts afterwards about I bought this.
That's I like that though. I like that. Just, you know, swapping kind of stuff, and then people got bought this and I bought that, and this is kind of all part of it. Yeah, I'd be interested to see the stores that are selling the R-kit.
Oh yeah,
because some of the people charge crazy amount of money.
Absolutely, yeah. The modern shit, as I always
yeah, like buy like a I don't know, let's say like a helmet, a Virtus helmet or anything like that. How much you want for that, mate? 800 quid.
Oh yeah, you know it's going to be bonkers.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I mean, it's a bit like the very few sort of modern DX that are out there. You look at the price and you go, holy shit, why? It's not even old.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I must admit the whole modern collecting thing baffles and throws my mind completely. I just don't get it.
No.
But again, each to their own.
But yeah, I'm kind of like you said. I am, let's say, going to shows, working shows, doing that kind of stuff. Not looking at that because I just haven't needed to. It was just kind of. You always look at what you know. You always see people you know. You kind of chat on, you have a beer and all that kind of stuff. And then before you know it, you're in the back of, I don't know, C17 with loads of Yanks that are absolutely smashed. You're going to be working. So I haven't looked at stuff, and that is something I'm looking forward to. Is going and having a little look and just kind of chat and just see what it's all about. But I've always stuck to what I know.
Yeah,
and it's usually just the lads that are there, and you go and see the US Marines, the US Navy, and before you know it, it's stumbling back to your block 5 a.m. So yeah.
I mean, some of the bigger shows are a bit like that, where you just start talking to other reenacting groups, and then, oh, do you want a beer? Oh yeah, go on. And it's the evening, so you do, and then before you know it, it's fucking God knows what time in the morning. You're like, God, where are we sleeping again? What field are we in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing for me when you go onto that, touching that, I think I'm gonna go first weekend in 2 years, a year, where I'm kind of somewhere totally different. No meds. I'm not gonna take my meds and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So to see the difference in me sounds really, really weird.
No.
But obviously, like I take my Cartazan and all that kind of stuff for my head and stuff. But I can drink on it. I just say he does drink, but it won't. It might be 1 or 2, and it gives me really bad headaches.
Right.
So
okay.
to come off it and be with the lads and have a few beers, it might be interesting. I'll either be really, really bad, or I'll be good, and then there's no need for them anymore.
Yeah. Well, you never know. Yeah.
Worst things,
Well,
what's the worst thing that can happen?
You can but try.
Exactly.
You have a psychotic rage and you murder all of us.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Let me scroll down because I know a few of this we touched on. About the interesting learning curve. How overwhelming was it to the amount of volume of information to suddenly start getting your head around?
It's unreal. The military is full of acronyms. Numbers, acronyms. This, and this. What you go? Yeah. I get it. Wow. I was just like, I was saying to you, oh yeah, it was like 101st and then the 501, and you're mixing numbers. It's just like, I was like, what? Crazy. Yeah, it was surreal. A lot of information. I didn't realise how much it was like. Yeah. How much stuff there is, and how similar some things are.
Yeah.
Kit-wise, the different types of kit that you wear, and the different types of kind of the weapons that you use, and all that kind of stuff. That dreaded word, guns. Yeah. Just the variations and stuff like that. Just like reading, where I read and I read and I read.
Yeah.
And I'm getting there.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely
think
you
I'm
are.
just scratch the surface.
Well, I mean, even now we suddenly still come up with odd little snippets of information, and the one I mentioned, I think in one of the last videos, is they didn't take Jeep caps. Now you know you can look at every reenactor; they've always got a Jeep cap because they're fucking handy things. They keep your head warm. The most unmilitary looking item of clothing ever, and there was an order which says these are not going to Normandy. Basically, if they've got them, taken off them, and do not issue them. Oh well, fuck. Okay, we've all got Jeep caps now. What do we do? Well, they're banned then. So it's always that. There's always something else to learn, and something always puts stuff on the sort of kilter. And now we've got to change doing that. So even though the rules are in place now saying we do this, who fucking knows what somebody's going to unearth tomorrow and go right now we need to change more shit.
And that happens with us.
Yeah.
We'll go out. We'll get told what we're wearing. We'll get told that kind of stuff, and then you'll see, like different patches, different people wear different things different ways. Different units will wear their berry a certain way.
Yes.
Not gonna name any because people might get offended by that. Some people do. The way the berry badge is positioned over your eye, right around the side of your head, all that kind of stuff. And things are different. Fatigues are different and stuff. And you always think, well, that's wrong, but it depends what unit you're at. So
well, that's what we said, wasn't it? Is the isms to that unit.
Isms,
and even between the 501, 502, and 506, there are distinct isms that you can go, well, I reckon he's from that unit because he's doing X. 506 like to draw rank on with fucking markers or crayons or whatever they were using, where the other units just didn't seem to do that.
Yeah, same as us when we kind of the way we wear, like say the difference. AJ will know the difference between us and the way that the army do their stuff. Is very, very different.
Yep.
They will have their way of setting themselves up and where they put their magazines and all that kind of stuff, which to me is different learning curve.
Yeah.
And just think that doesn't work for me. That works for you, and then you might pick things up. You might pick little things up. Like I never get stable belts over schmucks. I don't get that. I was like, yeah, why? An ism.
Just because.
Just because I can.
Yeah. Yep.
But if it works for them, it works for them.
Oh, absolutely. All right, here's a bit of a random one for you. What, as an individual, do you think you bring to the hobby? I mean, that's almost like a work question. That's an interview question.
I love these questions. The banter that I have, I think for being in for so many years like that, I think I do have good banter. Some people might say not, but I think just think like I am fun. I'm not easily offended.
Yeah.
I will
agree with that.
answer 99.9% of questions. So I think good conversations can be had.
Yeah.
I think energy. I have ADHD.
Yep.
And I don't stop and I don't really sleep. So I think I bring a bit of energy. I think I bring some kind of fun, maybe. I don't know. I think just bring kind of just something different. I think when you get someone that's been in the military, I know there's a few guys that have been in the military stuff, we're different. And people say, we are different. We're a different breed. And I just think for people that don't know a lot of people that are in or have been in and recently, kind of, you'll see kind of how people work. And I think I was going to say, I'm not going to bring any like experience and knowledge, anything like that. I know that, but just energy, fun. Yeah, that's what it's about, right?
Absolutely.
Just having fun. Absolutely. So just having a bit of a giggle, and just kind of, just learning, chatting, bit of banter.
See, what's interesting about that answer is that everything was around sort of your character. Yeah. Not anything to do with the experiences of your military career. And I wondered if you'd sort of bring some of that into your answer, but you didn't. And I think it says a lot about the way you sort of approach yourself as a person. It's almost like, I've done all this, meh, everybody's done this. It's you're very sort of almost blasé about it. It just doesn't matter. I just had to do it because I had to do it.
Yeah, I think. Again, we go back to Heidi. Heidi will say, I am like that. I kind of I'll talk when I want to talk.
Oh, absolutely.
And kind of what I've done and all that kind of stuff is, I think there's a time and a place for stuff like that.
Yes.
And I think it's, I want people to, I always think I want people to get to know me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, because it sounds crazy and people will know, some people kind of talk to you and then they get a little bit a bit dizzy, a
Oh,
bit like.
Yeah, well, I mean, I always take the mickey saying, you're famous and all this, and just taking the piss, really. But yeah, you'll get that. Oh, they only want to know you because you've got all those buzzwords. Oh, you jumped out of planes. Oh, you commando, sniper, and they go, oh, now I want to know more, and I want to know that. Not actually, they want to know you.
Yeah. You get a lot of. I found a lot of people are out for self gain.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They want. Have you got this that I can have? Have you got that I can have? Can you tell me? And I think sometimes, going back to the Walt thing, sometimes the more you give away, the more you're fueling people.
Oh, absolutely.
You're then giving them like a kind of a bit of a, how can I put it, an excuse. If you're feeding them all this knowledge,
you're just pouring petrol on the fire.
Exactly. And then I kind of like when you said about doing this, no problem at all. It's just like, but then like the guys like Mistrop like that, they'll get to know me and they'll ask questions and stuff, and they'll get there. I'll give them the answers. Sometimes it goes deep. Sometimes it gets emotional. Sometimes
absolutely, yeah.
It gets like and I am emotional like that. I'm a really emotional person anyway. But it's it's kind of laugh, cry together.
Yeah.
It's an understanding. I think it's knowing what questions to ask.
Well, when we first started talking about sort of your career, when we were at the ice rink, I touched upon, has anybody asked you the classics? Have you killed anybody? How many people have you shot? And it's almost like not understanding what you're asking, how stupid and insulting that question is. Yeah. Where I think most of the guys in the hobby, not just in Mistrop 44, but all groups, they have that understanding that you just don't ask shit like that, because one, it doesn't need to be asked, and what do you get from the answer?
That's the biggest thing. That's the thing, and I've been asked that.
Yep.
And if I had £1 for every time, I know it's a cliche. If I had £1 for every time I've been asked that, I would be rolling in it. It's it is another thing. Why would you want to ask it?
Yeah.
And a lot of the time I just deflect it.
Oh,
yeah. With nice easy things like I'm not a good enough shot, or would you actually think I do anything when I was out there? It's you just got to either make light of it.
Holiday.
Yeah, you've got to make light of it and brush off those silly questions, or you go flip side and you just go full on their ass and just go, and then you scare them and then they go, you ain't fucking with him.
I don't know whether it's a sort of naivety or an innocence of
both.
What soldiers have to go through.
Yeah. And
I don't think they really realise what they're asking.
I think it's because in our society, if you kill someone, you go to prison, and you get 25 years.
Yeah.
So if they can speak to someone and they go, yeah, I have, I think they kind of, they look at you as in like, he's done something he shouldn't do.
It's a hidden world, isn't it, that they're not privy to seeing or understanding.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's kind of,
Yeah, I never thought about it that way.
If you see someone that's killed someone on the TV or anything like that, they get their celebrity status, don't they? This is like all these people, because it's always on the TV, it's in the media, it's in social media, all that kind of stuff. All these freakbacks that go around doing what they do. It's like, and if you speak to someone that's done it legitimately and the right way, it's, I don't know. Does it give them like he's done something he shouldn't have done? I don't know.
Well, it could be the opposite. These people that go around murdering people, they are the baddies. But you are, you're serving your country. You are killing the baddies. So does this make you hero status? Or more of a hero? You'll always be a hero to me.
It's, as you know, I've said like that, and everyone that I know, and all my lads or anything like that, the hero status is this is a big topic. It's
I bet it is.
We always say the guys that don't come back are the heroes.
Yeah, and that's very standard. Right, everybody you talk to, the veterans from World War II, Korea, all of them, and that's one of those things they always say, and it is apparently so true.
It's the ultimate sacrifice, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
So it's a lot of people have said it to me, and I've had people come up and they just say, like my dad always says, you're my hero. He means it as in like in that.
Oh, he's yours, yeah.
It is a one of those that you go, and I just go, no. I said, I don't wear a cape. That's the best answer.
Yeah. Right, we're going to call it very shortly here, and we're almost in an hour, because that's the post, and I forgot they were coming. So we will continue this, because actually it's been quite fascinating hearing your sort of replies to my random questions. But thank you, Alec.
Not a problem at all.
And we will crack on with this another day. Right, until then, I'm going to hit the button, because I've got to go deal with the post. Right, laters.
Laters.